Hey guys, so welcome back to the channel. I hope that you're all having an amazing day, and if you are new to the channel, I do hope that you stick around and subscribe down below. In today's video, we're going to be looking at our budget for July. Woo! I cannot believe it's July. This year's gone so speedy. I don't know if it's because I've been tracking things each month, but like I feel like the time is just running away. So in today's video, we're going to be looking at our budget. It's going to be running from the 1st of July till the 28th, which is when I next get paid. So if you're interested in that, please like this video and give me a comment down below if there's anything that you want to ask in the video. Let's just get started. So this is what I've done for our budget. So I've wrote the 29th. I think it's the 28th I get paid, but it doesn't really matter. So if you're new to the channel, me and my partner both have a shared bank account that we send money to each month to cover our bills and shared expenses. So that's what this is here. So our shared bills for the month, we've got our octopus at 95. So we only spend about 70 each month on gas and electric, but I'm trying to keep up the excess that we've got in the account, even though if you see my last video, I realised that we have a fixed contract until June or July next year. So the rising costs aren't going to be affecting us now, but it will in the future. So yeah, I'm keeping it at 95 for now. I may up it next year if I feel the need to. Council tax, we've got £138 going to that. TV licence is £13.25. Netflix is £10.99, so I've got the 2 screens one now. We did only have the 1 screen, but it deterred either one of us from watching what we wanted, because it would come up being like, oh, there's another screen watching, so it was so annoying. So I just upped the account to £10.99. Then SSE is £9.50. I think this should be the last month that we're going to be paying this. I need to email them and make sure, because we're not even with SSE anymore, but apparently I was in a contract, which I didn't realise and I don't have any record of, but for £9.50 I couldn't be bothered fighting them on it. Then boiler cover is £15, so we just have that with our boiler company that fitted the boiler, and they come out and do like a yearly check and stuff. They're actually a really good company. Our mortgage is £294.57. Virgin is 69. And then these 3 bills here they come out of my partner's account, but they are a shared expense. So pet plan is our pet insurance at £15.99. Car finance is 140 pence, £100.40, and then the car insurance is £45. So in total, all our bills come to £806.70. So last month, if you watched that video, I can link it up in the cards here. I did do 60, instead of doing the 50-30-20 rule, which is like a budgeting rule thing. I've talked about it before. I did do 60-20-20, just so as more of our income was going towards bills, because I didn't think that we could handle putting that much into spending and saving right away. So this month we're going to give it a go. So we're going to be doing 50% to bills. So if 50% is the total, then 30% to saving. So normally it would be 30% to spending. That's the way like the rule goes or whatever. But for me, saving is a priority over spending. So that's how we're doing it. So we've got £484.02 would be 30% of our total. But I've just rounded that down to 480 just because I'll be taking cash out and I can't take out 2 pence. So I've rounded that down, and then 20% is going to spending, which is £322.68, and again I've rounded that down just so as I can lift out the cash. So £320 is going to be going to spending. So if you want to see that breakdown, it's just here. So for our spending this month, I've budgeted £100 for groceries. So the reason it's a little bit lower than usual is because we're actually going on holiday for a week and we have a holiday budget. So our money that we're going to be spending on groceries for the holiday are going to be coming out of the holiday budget rather than the grocery budget. So that does mean that we're a week down on our usual budget. So I normally budget for £120 for the 4 weeks. That works for us because it's just the two of us. But I've budgeted for £100 just to give us that little bit of extra buffer. Just in case we do go over on the holiday grocery budget, then it means we can take out the normal grocery budget. The next one is Luna's food. It's £100. So my dog is 60 kilos. She has to eat raw food because she's allergic to everything. So in terms of getting her food, that is as cheap as I can do it at the moment. I don't make my own raw food, but I do make my own dog biscuits and dog treats. So that is something at least. The next thing here is takeaway. So I've budgeted £20 for a takeaway. Again, if we're getting a takeaway on holiday, that'll come out of the holiday budget. I've put a little asterisk here because that's going to be staying in the bank, because normally when we get a takeaway, we do it on Just Eat or Uber Eats or whatever, so we don't spend cash on takeaways normally. And then extra debt I've taken out of spending this month because I realised that £320 is quite a lot for spending for us. In terms of things that we need, I would rather put £100 of that to debt and use our saving money for savings rather than for debt. So again, I've put an asterisk here because it's just going to get sent straight from the bank. So that's £320 there. And then in terms of our savings, we've got £480 to play with. And as you can see, I've got quite a few categories at zero. That is just because they are not my primary focus. I want to build up certain sinking funds before filling others, so I'll get to that. But house and garden is zero this month. I don't be planning on getting anything this month. Really, we just need to work on the garden. We don't need anything new. Future bills is also getting zero, but there is a new category down here which I'll discuss in terms of that. And then Luna is getting 60 just to keep her envelope built up. She's got the most money out of all my envelopes, but she is also the most expensive, so that makes sense. Birthdays is getting 30, so I did actually spend, I think we had 80 in the birthday envelope, and I've spent 40 of it on a birthday, so we're putting 30 in. I need to try and build that back up because we do have a few birthdays at the end of the year. And then Christmas is getting 80. I'm hoping to get that to 500 by the end of the year, but I don't know if it's going to happen. Emergency is getting 100. That's building up really nicely. Honeymoon is getting 0. Again, it's just not a priority for us right now. I would rather have our other sinking funds full. And then holidays getting 100. I've written here that we've spent 60 of it already because, well, we spent 60 of it already. So we went to Booker, which is a like a wholesale shop where you can buy like a case of juice and whatever. So we went and we got iced coffee, energy drinks, juice. We just got like a bunch of stuff that we normally buy to take on holiday, because when we're away for a week, like we just drink whatever we want, and it's a good time. We eat whatever we want. So we've spent £60. So for the holiday, we've got £40 left, which we're going to spend when we go to Aldi en route to our wee holiday home. And then factor fees, 20. So basically what happened was this future bills has actually come in so handy. I think I put £25 into it last month. I can't quite remember, but that is now gone. Basically, we have factor fees at our house, even though we own our house. They do maintenance on the like the trees and stuff in the local area, and the grass and that. So for them to look after that, we have to pay them every year. And we got charged £60. So it breaks down, so it's £60 every 6 months, I think. So it breaks down to like a tenner a month if I paid it monthly. But I can't figure out how to set up the direct debit with them. Their website isn't great. So basically what I'm going to be doing is I'm just going to be putting £20 away a month if I can. And then when that bill comes out, I'll just transfer the money into the bank from the sinking fund. So while that is a future bills for me is going to be unknown expenses. Because factor fees are a known expense for us, we've had to pay them since we've lived here. I'm just going to create an envelope for that and then keep on top of it. And then business. So if you haven't seen my previous video where I talked a bit more about having a business starting up, I am going to be making my own dog treats and selling them. So my partner's family were so kind in letting us stop paying the loan that we owed them. So basically we borrowed, I think it was £2,000 from them to be able to get a boiler, because our boiler was literally giving up. Like the shower was hot and cold and it was all over the place, so we really did need a new boiler. But we didn't have the money, and instead of us getting a loan, they offered to pay the money to us and then we pay them back. So we're meant to be paying £55 until December, but because they obviously heard about my business and like they're excited for me and they wanted to support me, they have decided off their own back, I didn't ask for it or nothing, they decided to just say that the loan is paid, which was super kind of them, because technically there's still 6 months left to pay, but because of that I am automatically given the business £50. I'm starting a Hyperjar pot for the business, so I'm just going to transfer it into there instead of putting it in cash. So I've just written Hyperjar there, because most of my business expenses at the moment are going to be online. Like I've made a Vistaprint order, so that came today. Oh guys, I can't wait to show you like all of the exciting stuff. I'm going to do like a proper business video dedicated to everything that I bought and like my plans for that and everything. But yeah, so that £50 is technically used to be a bill. So it's now in the saving category, but it would have been a bill before. So yeah, that was super, super kind of them, and I'm so grateful that I have people supporting me. Yeah, it was just really nice. And then lastly, I'm putting £40 into my driving lessons, because I really, really, really need to start my driving lessons. I kind of forgot about them last month and I didn't put any money into them at all. So yeah, we need to get back onto saving for that. So that is everything for our shared account. So in terms of July, that's how we're looking at the moment. I hope that everything goes to plan, and I hope that you guys have a great month as well. If you guys also budget, or if you're just interested in budgeting, I hope that you have a fantastic month, and I know loads of people will be on holiday this month and everything, so I hope that you all have a fantastic time, and I hope the weather is good where you are. Alright, thank you guys. I'll see you in the next one. Bye!